Affairs Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin Jr. orders filing another diplomatic protest against China over the recent report that 240 Chinese vessels are still in Philippine waters. On Tuesday, the DFA says it has summoned Chinese ambassador to the Philippines, Wang Jilian, over the illegal lingering presence of Chinese vessels at the Julian Felipe Reef in the West Philippine Sea. Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have the president of Philippine Association for Chinese Studies, Professor Romel Banlawi. Professor, good to have you again. Welcome to the show. So that breaking news just today, just now, because what we had known supposedly was that 9 na lang daw, siyam na lang daw yung fishing vessels sa Julian Felipe Reef. There was a report coming from the National Task Force on the West Philippine Sea saying we have over 200 boats, Chinese militias around the West Philippine Sea. What do we make out of this?
Well, that's the reality on the ground. It's very difficult for the Philippine government to really prevent China from doing such kind of activities, because there's also a narrative in China stating that all the waters within its 9-line claim belongs to the internal water of China, and therefore they have the right to do such kind of activities. But at the same time, you're also telling China that their activities are in fact encroaching in our territory, particularly our exclusive economic zone. So this is the time for the Philippines and China to really talk and work together and contribute to the lowering of tensions in the area, because the heightening of security tension in the South China Sea is not helping both countries, and it's not helping the whole world. So we have to recognize that we have competing claims in that area, and in order to contribute to the de-escalation of tension in that area, I think we should be reminded of the commitment of both parties in the 2002 declaration, the conduct of parties in the South China Sea, to exercise self-restraint. Okay? And self-restraint does not only mean the use of force, but also self-restraint in the use of or in the conduct of unilateral activities that can exacerbate the security problem in the area. So at the same time, both countries also have to be reminded of the principle of the DOC of duty to cooperate. So rather than involved in long conflict in the area, I think it's now time for the two countries to really sit together, know their differences, find a common ground in order to cooperate for purposes of maintaining peace and stability in the South China Sea. And there are many areas to cooperate. This is the time for Philippines and China to implement their commitment to conduct joint fishery management in order to protect the fishery resources in the South China Sea, and at the same time pursue marine environmental protection, pursue marine environmental research, and more importantly, to pursue joint law enforcement cooperation. Those are the things that we should be doing rather than exchange harsh words. And the filing of diplomatic protest for me is a good sign. It's a good sign because the problem is still at the diplomatic level. So, and we hope we can resolve our existing differences with China through diplomatic means.
Okay, so let's put it this way. There was a lot you said that I wanted to jump into to clarify. When we talk about the Philippines and China, it's only China that has built artificial structures in the West Philippine Sea. The only area we have is, of course, in Pag-asa. All right, that's one. And number two, all these fishing vessels we see, let's just say they're fishing vessels. Of course, even government says they're Chinese militia. They're 60 meters wide. That's the report of the National Task Force on the West Philippine Sea. They can fish about 240,000 kilos of fish. Our fishermen in their bangkas try to go to the West Philippine Sea in our exclusive economic zone, and we are stopped. What other kind of good conversation, friendly conversation can the Philippines and China have when it is so obvious that we are getting not just the raw end of the deal here, but really the bad deal?
Well, China also can play an important role in calming the situation and also allay our fear about the situation in the area. So I think China has a responsibility also to lower its activities in the South China Sea, whether it is fishery activities or paramilitary activities or militia activities and even military activities or scientific activities, because activities of China in the area, whether big or small, are causing tensions in the region because of the bigness of China. And I think this is the right time for China to show that it is capable of leading the littoral states in the South China Sea towards peace. This is now the time for China to show that it can lead the whole countries in the South China Sea to cooperate. So rather than to be a source of tension, I think China can be the source of cooperation. And one thing that China can do is maybe slow down their activities and avoid unilateral activities that can cause unnecessary security anxieties on the part of the claimant state and also of the user states in the South China Sea.
But imagine this. Look at the report of the National Task Force on the West Philippine Sea. 136 ships in Gavin or Burgos Reef, 9 in Julian, Felipe Reef. There's 65 in McKinnon Reef. There's 6 in Panganiban Reef. And there's 3 in Subi and 4 at Pag-asa. So while we thought, or Secretary Locsin thought yesterday that 9 na lang pala yung natira sa Julian, Felipe, what happened, one can deduce, Professor, pumunta lang sila sa these 200 plus boats just moved to other areas in the West Philippine Sea.
I think China has already made its point that it's capable of doing that, but we have to also convey to China that what they're doing are causing security anxieties in the region. So that's why I'm asking friends, in China and both government and academics also, telling them that China should be reminded of the need to exercise self-restraint because, unilateral activities will not really help calm the tension. It will contribute to the rising of tension in the area. 200 vessels around the area. Well, it's really alarming for small states like the Philippines. So China has a bigger role to play here, and if China will not lower down their activities in the area, then I think tension will persist. But the good thing is that the channels of communication between the two countries, the Philippines and China, remain open, and we have to sustain that kind of channels of communication so that we can solve our differences in a diplomatic and peaceful way. And
Professor,
I think the filing of diplomatic protest is only appropriate to tell China that what they are doing is causing domestic problems in the Philippines, it's causing regional security problems, and it's also causing problems in our bilateral relations.
Professor Romel Banlawi, sir, thank you so much for your time. And thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.